Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the Stitching Colourist with Shelley Lewis. So yeah, you'll notice today I've got a colouring book in front of me. Makes a change, doesn't it? I thought I haven't done one of these in such a long time now, a colouring chat. So I thought I would do a colouring chat for today's video. And the book that I've chosen is to do a picture out of the 100 best adult colour by numbers, and this is by Sunlife Drawing. Now the reason I picked this one is a few of you may know now, obviously in the colouring community, or if you got to watch my previous video, where recently, well, a little while ago, sadly, we lost a lovely member of our lovely colouring community, Lisa from Lisa's Colouring Corner. Sadly, she passed away at the end of last month. Yeah, it was really sad. Yeah, it was really sad. I was shocked to hear about it. I was out with my son when I saw the notification, but there is a couple of people that were doing a colour along for it in memorial memory of Lisa. Now I wish I could remember the names of them, who it was. I do apologise. What I'll do is, if I can remember the names of them, I'll leave it in the description below. I know they were doing I'm not sure if they're doing it on YouTube, but I know they were doing the colour along on Instagram. So I did do a few pictures for her. But yeah, the reason why I picked this colouring book, is because one of the things that she used to love to colour out of was Sunlife Drawing colouring books and the colour by numbers. So I thought I would do this one for her today, or at least I'd start it. Now the pens that I'm going to be using, now I've noticed lately with my alcohol markers, I'm starting to have a real problem with page yellowing. I don't know what markers it is from that I'm using. I'm going to have to try and find that out. But I'm getting a lot of yellowing from my pages, so I'm going to see if I can try and figure out which pens the yellowing are coming from. I don't think it's the Sharpies. Well, I hope it's not, because I'm about to use the Sharpies now. But anyway, without further ado, we're going to pick a picture out of here. I already did a couple out of here a while ago. Now, this book, it has been out a little bit now. I think it came out about sometime 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. 22 it came out. And basically it's just, they have a load of pictures from all their other colour by number books in here. I absolutely love this. I really do love it. Especially if you're not familiar with Sunlife Drawing and you do want to try out a couple of their books. This is a great book to go by. Now, there was 2 copies, because I already had a copy of this. But maybe me, I ordered it again, forgetting that I already had a copy of this. But I noticed with the second copy, the first book, the pages were really yellowed from some markers I'd used, so I kind of ruined it a little bit. But it didn't have these pictures here of the books where the picture was from. So I did keep my other copy. I did give it to my son, because I thought he was going to do, because there's colours and pictures out of it, but I don't think he ever did. So I have got it. You see, I've got yellowing coming from here as well, which is a shame. I don't want to stop using alcohol markers, because I do like using them. Now, we have got a little bit of yellowing on here, but we're actually going to colour this one today. Or at least we're going to start it, and we'll just hope for the best. Now, I think it's sideways colouring. but the number is going that way, so we're going to be doing it that way. So I'm going to start with a colour that we've got in the top left hand corner, which is number 18, and that is a dark blue. So I've just got to have a good rummage through here and find a dark blue, and I can see one here. I'm going to grab that dark blue Sharpie. We're just going to be doing straight colouring, and I probably won't finish the picture on camera because, let's face it, I never do. So yeah, so how is everybody? I hope you're all well. I could be better. I wish I could say I could be better. Yeah, a couple of you may know I had that abscess problem that was on my tailbone at the back. Well, in the 6 weeks holidays when the kids were off, I had surgery done on that abscess to it was a pick surgery. I won't go into details because it's never nice to talk about. But yeah, I had a pick surgery done. Now the surgery went well. I had no pain on it whatsoever. I did have the general anaesthetic, so I was knocked out. Not knocked out, I was put to sleep for it. I didn't have any problems with it after. For the past couple of weeks, I've been going to the doctors to go and have it dressed by the nurse. Now, my husband, I suppose he could have done it at home, which a couple of the times he has had to redress it because a couple of the dressings, because of it being in an awkward place, they came off, so my husband had to redress it. But because it needed, obviously the area needed cleaning as well with a special kind of formula, I did have it done at the doctor's. But it was coming on really well. It has been doing really well. I've not had any problem with it at all since I had the surgery. I didn't even have any pain from it after surgery. I spent a few days, obviously I had to lie on my side. I couldn't really sit or lie on that area for a while because I had to keep the pressure off that area, which I guess you can imagine I wasn't doing much. Well, I wasn't doing any crafting at all. I just couldn't do it because obviously crafting wise you have to sit up, and that just wasn't an option for me. So yeah, I went a couple of weeks without doing any crafts, but I read quite a bit. I've been doing quite a bit of reading. Been really getting into my books lately. I'm reading, at the moment, I'm reading my first book by Frida McFadden. She's quite popular on BookTok at the minute because I am on BookTok as well. I post mostly, though, just my reading material on BookTok. So if you are interested in books, just feel free to go and check it out. But yeah, I'm reading my first Frida McFadden book, which is called The Inmate. And from what I gather at the moment, there's, without spoiler alerts, I haven't got that too far in the book though, to be fair. There's this woman and she's just moved back to her area where she grew up in after she'd left the area for a while to have a kid, because she had a son when she was younger. Well, say younger, she was about 18. But something happened to her when she was about 18. And I'm currently, it's going from present day to the past. Now, she's going back to the town that she grew up in, but she's also got a job working as a nurse practitioner in a prison, in a maximum security prison. So she's got a job there. But obviously, one of the guys, one of the convicts that's in the prison, she had sent to prison. he was involved in what had happened to them. Involved with what happened to her when she was 18, before she moved away, or so she thinks he was involved. And she like testified against him and that, which got him sent away. And now they've just come up. He's come up to the doctor's surgery part of the prison, because obviously he needs stitches for something. He recognises her, definitely. But he still claims that he didn't do what she accused him of. So it's a bit of a whodunit. But like I said, I don't exactly know what happened to her at the moment, because I'm not too far in the book. And as I said, it's going from present day to in the past, and it's slowly telling you about running you through the incident, what led up to what had happened. So I guess we'll find out. So it's really interesting. It's good at the moment. I'm starting to collect my Frida McFadden books, because I do like my thrillers. And I've got tons of books to get through. I have absolutely tons. I read a book a little while ago. Now, I've never really read a lot of fantasy. I've always either been into thrillers or really dark romance. But fantasy, like mythical creatures and things like that, it's never really appealed to me much. Or I should say, I've never really give it that time of day that I should have done. But I tried this book, ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses. ACOTAR is just a shorter version of it. Now, there's a collection of the books. There's about 5 books in the ACOTAR series. And that one is another big one that's on BookTok at the moment. Well, a while ago, I read the first one, and I absolutely loved it. I really did. I absolutely loved it, and I was like, oh, I definitely need to get more of these. So I got the second one a little while ago. I haven't read the second one yet, but I will do. But I had such a lovely... I had a fairy gift yesterday. I had an Amazon delivery. I hadn't ordered anything from Amazon. And a lovely lady had sent me a Frida McFadden book from BookTok, bless her heart. And another lovely person had sent me the 3rd book in the ACOTAR series. So I've got the 2nd and 3rd to go through now, so I'm really excited about reading those 2 books. Thought it was really sweet, and it cheered me up as well, because yeah, I'd gone back onto the thing about my abscess. That's cleared up. I got that sorted, but a couple of days ago I started having trouble with the left side of my mouth. Oh my God, my teeth on the left side, on the left upper side. Oh, I couldn't bite down on it. Every time I went to bite down on something, I had a shooting pain going through my tooth. It was like, oh, very, very sensitive. And because I'm not actually registered with a dentist, I'm on a waiting list at the minute. I had to go to the emergency dentist in town on Saturday to go and see about this, because I haven't had trouble with my teeth in years. But I went to go to the emergency, and she checked round, did an x-ray of my teeth. And she said there wasn't anything wrong with the actual teeth itself. It was the gums that were inflamed. And I think there's a bit of an infection. But yeah, I had to have a local anaesthetic in the gum. Oh, a needle in the gum. The first time I've ever had a needle in the gum. And I don't ever want to go back. Yeah, it was painful. Painful to say the least. I'm going to have to turn it round this way, you know. So, oh gosh, yeah, I had a needle in the gum and it was so painful. I hated it. I really did hate it. I shouldn't really say that, because if any of you have got to go and have your teeth sorted, I don't really want to frighten you out of it. But yeah, it was so painful. But yeah, I've had a lot of pain from it the last few days. It has been pretty bad. My face, my one face, it hasn't actually been swollen, but it's felt like it's been swollen. It's been really puffy. So I've been taking ibuprofen meltlets for it. I've been in a lot of pain with it at times, and my husband said yesterday, he said, you're going to have to go back. He said, because if you're in, he says, I know you're in a lot of pain, because for one, you're having Panadol dissolvable. And he said, I know you can't stand that stuff. So he said, if you're willing to take Panadol soluble, he said, you are in very much pain. But touch wood. Oh, that's plastic. Where is there a bit of wood? Where is a bit of wood when you need some? Hang on, I've got to touch some wood. Touch wood. It doesn't seem that flared up at the minute. Today, it was a bit puffy this morning, so I had some ibuprofen. And I've been having their Colstein mouthwash, which she said to use as well. But it doesn't seem to be as puffy today, and it doesn't seem as painful at the moment. I'm saying at the moment because sometimes it's been like that throughout the day. It's been a little bit painful, I know it's there, but not so much. But then certain parts in the day it's been like, ouch, that hurts. But yeah, hopefully it'll be fine and it'll get itself sorted. The teeth on that side, I'm trying not to, because she said to me not to chew on that side for a while, so I'm not doing that. But without crunching my teeth together, it doesn't feel so sensitive now when I press them together, so hopefully it'll get sorted. It will get sorted. So hopefully I won't have to go back, because I don't want to. I really don't want to. I've been frightened away for life now. But yeah, I spoke to my brother yesterday, or the day before, and he said, oh yes, he said, no, he said, I hate dentists. He said, I won't go to the dentist. His partner, because he has a lot of trouble with his teeth, he does sometimes, and he said his partner she has a go at him sometimes because he needs to get his teeth sorted, but he won't go because he can't stand going to the dentist. But yeah, yeah, but it's painful. It's really painful at times. I'm just doing this around here. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me. A lot of pain. If I haven't got a pain in the bottom, if I haven't got a pain in the bottom, I've got a pain in the mouth. Other than that, it's been alright. The kids have been fine. They enjoyed the 6 weeks holidays, the break. We didn't go on holiday as such, because obviously money wise, and obviously my husband doesn't get to go out the house because of his severe anxiety, so I have to make sure that I'm not too far away. So we did a couple of things in the day, like day trippy kind of stuff. I took my daughter, we went to the Sunlife Centre. Me and my son, we went to Titanic exhibition in in Birmingham a couple of weeks before I had my surgery on my back. Because we've always wanted to do it, but we've been waiting until the Titanic expedition was like close by. I think they have got the museums. They've got one in Belfast and they've got one in Liverpool as well. Right, just look for 17, which is blue. I think I might use this one for that. So yeah, so they've got one in Belfast, which obviously is awkward. It's not like we can quickly go to Belfast, is it? But yeah, can't really get to that one. I don't know if they've got one in Southampton. No, not Southampton. Southampton? Yeah, Southampton. I don't know. They got a little one in Liverpool now by the docks. Now, I wasn't sure where that one was. I've actually been there. I went years ago, though. Now I'm talking, oh gosh. How old am I now? Must have been about 20 years. It could be about 20 years ago, possibly. There I went. But so I wasn't sure where it was. But apparently it's not too far from the train station, so it might be doable. So we might see about doing that maybe next year now. But yeah, so as soon as I didn't know there was one in Birmingham until I saw something on TikTok. I was on TikTok and somebody had posted that about the Titanic Museum in Birmingham, and I was like, oh God, no way. So I quickly looked online, booked tickets, and I booked for me and my son to go, and it was really good. It was such a good day out. We was both shattered, tired. Unfortunately, I think I had an infection from the abscess, but it was making me ill a bit all this time because it was not really knocking me off my food. But yeah, it's a good day out. So we just did stuff like that, and then we did other stuff. Just went about, did a bit of shopping and that. Went to the beach. My brother, he came down from the West Midlands. When did he come down? It was the beginning of the month. It was beginning of September. My brother came down to see us because obviously we live away. So we came down on a coach trip. So we spent the day with my brother on the seafront because it was Vintage by the Sea weekend. That was really good. Really enjoyed that. And it was nice to see him as well. So the kids got to see their uncle. So yeah, all in all, it was a really nice. I was worried, put it this way, that we wouldn't have enough to do during the 6 weeks holidays. But it turned out that we did some things. Trish went to my daughter went to a holiday club as well. She enjoyed that. But yeah. And obviously going back, the kids went back about, not last week gone, but the week before. But my son, he had his first proper residential trip last week with his school. So he was away for the whole of the week. And he went on the ferry for the first time ever. And he did really well. He came back Friday night. He went Monday and come back late Friday night. Oh, I missed him. I didn't miss him. I called him my partner and crying. But I really did miss him. Friday night, they were due back about 12 of the night. So it was literally, because where they was dropping them off, you had to pick them up by the docks. But because we don't drive, and I don't have any family around here that do drive, I couldn't get to him. I thought, how am I going to get to the docks? But one of his friend's mum's at school. She was getting a son and she lives not too far, so she offered to pick Brandon up for me, which I was very eternally grateful for. So when he was due back, me and my husband was waiting by the front door, and I was peeking through the spy hole and literally waiting there. I think I must have been in the kitchen waiting for about an hour for him to come home. So, yeah, and then he eventually got back. I gave him a great big hug, and I felt, oh, so excited. I was like, right, you're never going away ever again. Even when you're in your 30s or 40s, you're never going away. No, I did miss him, because I called him my partner in crime, and it felt like a piece of me was missing. It felt like a piece of me was missing, and it didn't feel complete until he was back home. But he had a good time. Yeah, he had a good time. I was a bit iffy about him on the ferry. I didn't know whether he'd not feel so good, because he has felt travel sick slightly in the past. But he was fine. He was perfectly fine on the ferry. So that shocked me, that he was fine on there. He wasn't sick. It was funny because they did a lot of activities while they was away, but one of them was, I think it was like hang gliding in the river or by the river, and he lost his shoe in the river. It was old trainers. They were told to wear old trainers, so I'm not so bothered. So yes, currently at the moment where he's been, there is a Sketcher trainer probably still in the river. Because nobody could find it after. I think it come flying off his foot and went downstream. And so yeah, he lost a shoe. And somehow he managed to lose his coat. I don't know how he lost his coat though. But yeah, I had to get him another one for school. You can expect these things to happen though. He said he'd put it on his bed in the dorm rooms and it wasn't there, but I think it's quite a possibility that he might have left it on the ferry. But never mind. But yeah, anyway, he enjoyed it. He enjoyed the ferry. And Trish, she missed him. The first day when I dropped him off at school on the Monday, when the coach come to pick him up, when I picked my daughter up in the afternoon, she come out of school and she was crying because she said she was going to miss her brother. But besides that, she was alright. She wasn't too bad really. When he come back, bless her, she'd gone to bed earlier. She had. But when he got back after 12, she must have heard him, because next minute she come out of her room, her hair half dishevelled, half asleep, come up to him, give him a great big hug, said, "Brandon, I've missed you," and then went half asleep back to bed again. So she must have heard him. So yeah, she was glad to have her brother back. It's nice to have him back. Oh, must have been nice to have him back. But it's gone quick. Went really quick. But yeah. So it's all good. All good. So what has everybody else been up to? What's the weather like where you are? It's up and down here, to be fair. 1 minute it's cold, maybe a bit rainy, and the next minute you're sweating. Yesterday it was cold in the morning, so I put my thick coat on, I think. But then in the afternoon I put my gillet on, my long padded gillet, with my sweater to go and get the kids from school, and I was hot. I was hot in the gillet. So I was like, okay. Couldn't decide what it was doing, the weather. But yeah, it's been a bit up and down, but I guess it's going to be like that now. because we're going into autumn. And I couldn't resist. I've put up a couple of Halloween decorations up. I know we're only in September. Please don't shout at me. I've not finished yet either. I feel like it needs something more. We need something more. I've put a couple. I think what it is because last year I might have put streamers up on the ceiling. Because I put hanging streamers on the ceiling, I think, last year. And we've not got them up this year because obviously when we take them down they end up ripping. So I can either get some streamers or something else. There is actually a butler that I won't mind getting. It's like a skeleton butler. That I wouldn't mind. And every time you take a sweet from his tray he starts cackling and laughing, but I'm not sure because I'm not sure where to put him. There's no way I could put him outside because he'd be gone in 2 seconds flat. Yeah, I couldn't put anything nice like that outside. But yeah, that was tempting. But I'll have a look. I'm going to keep my eyes open. I love the festive times of year. I like all the ornaments and that, but there's just nowhere to put them. Just nowhere to put the ornaments. And then you have to try and find somewhere to put them for the rest of the year. So, try not to get too many ornaments if I can help it. I could get a couple of Halloween blankets and put them on the settee, on my settee. Because my husband's got his bed downstairs because obviously he didn't sleep well. But I could get a couple of Halloween blankets, couldn't I? Yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think. And I'll do what you tell me. So anyway, yeah. Have we got any more number 17s? No, we haven't, I don't think. No, I don't think we do. No. No, I don't think we do. Right, how long have we got? So we're up to 32 minutes. I want to go for longer. I do want to go for longer, but I don't know how long my phone will go without it cutting out. Because I haven't pushed it with this phone yet. But I know with my old one, whenever I used to go past about, I don't know, about 35 minutes, the video would suddenly cut out. And then I'd have to try and shorten it so I could put the outro in. So that's, if you're ever wondering why on earth my videos are shorter, like only every half an hour, it's because I don't want it to cut out. So I'm considering I might leave it here for now. 16 is the next one, which is this colour, light blue. So I think I'm going to, am I going to carry this on off camera? I'll carry it off camera. I'm not going to obviously finish it now because of timing. But the finished result I'll put onto Instagram when I've finished it. So yeah, and I'll just hope that these markers don't bleed. Please don't leave the yellow in, because it's a shame when it does that, because it ruins the other pictures as well. And this is a book I definitely don't want ruined. So anyway guys, I'm going to leave it here for now. I hope you've enjoyed the colouring chat and listening to me rabbiting on. So if you have, please feel free to give the video a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. And yeah, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, then please feel free to press that subscribe button. I would love to have you here. And until next time, I'll see you again. So goodbye for now guys. Bye.